Hey, what's up everyone? You're probably wondering why I'm in front of one of my closets here. You might have seen this in the background of many of my reactions. The reason why I'm in front of this is because I kind of want to do something that's kind of room tourish. It's not going to be exactly a room tour because I'm not going to go in depth here. But I haven't looked in this closet in so long. I usually open it up and just like throw shit in here, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to open it up and like look through it, okay? And right now you can tell it's a mess. Like I'm looking at it and going, Jesus. Like last time I opened this was like a week ago, and I just threw a bunch of Vita games in here to get them out of the way. But you can tell like I got a bunch of Xbox original games. I was about to say Xbox One. That's not right. That's incorrect. You got a bunch of other games here. These two last drawers right here are just closed, so we're not even going to look at those. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of just like go through this closet kind of quick. You know, I'm not going to go in depth. Like, I'm not going to take out all these games and stuff. You know, just look real quick to see how everything is in here, because I haven't looked in here a very long time. So, yeah, you got drawers filled with, I think these are PS1 games and PSP games. These are PS1. No, these are PS1, PSP, and Dreamcast games. Then you got PS1 here and PC games and music soundtracks. Music and soundtracks. So both music. You got a couple of pirate chests. Look at that. I don't even know what those are, whether in those. I think this is the hell is it? Uh-oh, I'm going to drop shit. Uh-oh. Oh, God, please. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. I'm using one hand. All right. This is the power cable for the PS Vita. I'm actually going to take that out because I need that out here. Here's a skull goblet. I don't even know what's in it. It's a Disney Infinity card for Baymax. Sure. And I think this is a charger for the DS. There you go. I think that's it. Here's a PSP game. What the hell is this? Or maybe it's a movie. No, it's a game. It's it's Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. It's a good game. So we got a stack of shit here. These are like PS1 games that were like on top of these PS1 games. Like here, like I have them stacked up like this, like keep them in there, but I took them out, I guess like a week ago or something, and never put them back in. You got SpongeBob, you got Running Wild, MTV Music Generator, Shadow Madness. Sorry, I wasn't pointing the camera at it. Here you have my old Sony camera. I'm using a Canon now. This is the old one I used to use back in like around 2012 to 2015, I think. That's around the time I used this camera. Before that camera, I was using a flip camera, which I have in one of my closets somewhere. Not closets, one of my drawers. I think a drawer closer to my computer desk, which is right over there. You can see my room is a mess. You're wondering why I don't do a room tour, is because every time I'm ready to do one, my room is a complete mess, and then I have to clean it. Then I'm not ready for it. Then it gets messy again. It's a hassle, and it's going to take a long time to get through this room. But when I do a room tour, it will be nice. But this is like a sneak peek. Okay, you got a couple of things filled with consoles, like portable consoles. You got a pink Game Boy Advance. You got a Game Boy Pocket. Maybe I'll open these up. You know, actually, let's do that. I'll open these up. Here, let me take this drawer out a little bit more so I can put it on top of it. Okay, you got this chest thing I got from Alekine's Gun from Maximum Games. They actually sent me that. That was kind of cool. The game itself was not very good, but it was fun in its own way. It was garbage, but it was fun. I don't know what the hell this is. I think this is a PSP case. I can't open it with one hand. There you go. Yeah, it's a PSP case. No PSP in it. Alright, so let's open this one. See what we got. Okay, you got my old, this is my original Game Gear. I have a new one I got from a yard sale a couple years ago. This is my original. It actually looks nicer than the one I got from the yard sale, but sadly it does not really work. I don't think there's batteries in it, but the screen itself is, you have to bring it up to max contrast to see anything, and you can barely see anything, even when you do that. This is my PS Vita case. I custom made it, put some BioShock Infinite stuff in there. Look at that. Just printed those out. I don't think my PS Vita's in here. No, it's not. Some of the memory cards are a faceplate, which I took off because I don't want it anymore. Wait, what is that faceplate for? Let me see. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's for Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Of course, I should have assumed that. Alright, what is this? I think this is my PSP. I should get a, you know what, actually, I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to get my tripod so I can use both hands. Alright, I'm back. So let's look at this. Yes, it is a PSP. You got some games. You got Resistance. Look at that. That was a pretty good game. This is that Ratchet & Clank game. Pretty good. Here's the PSP, by the way. It's the God of War, oh, what was it? Ghost of Sparta, I think, edition. It doesn't say anywhere on it, I don't think. Actually, no, I think it says on the back. Let me look. There we go. It's still in nice condition. I didn't really use it that much. I got it. Come on, you bitch. I got it like right when Ghost of Sparta came out. No, it doesn't say anywhere. But it is very nice. It's probably, I don't know if it's worth anything, but I'm sure it's worth a little bit more than a regular PSP, right? At least I'm assuming. Sorry. Here you go. That was this. Steam Boy, the movie. Not very good. What is this? Beetle Raider. That was actually a pretty fun game. You can make your own music and stuff. Daxter, that was a fun game too. Some really fun games on PSP. Untold Legends. The Warrior's Code. It's a sequel to Untold Legends. The first game wasn't that great. I don't think I ever played the sequel. I do have the original somewhere, which I think is in one of these drawers. Alright, so there you go, PSP. Pretty cool. You'll see more PSP games in a minute. I already showed you that. Here's the 3DS like holder thing. You know, it's kind of like a grip. Because people complained that... Actually, no, Nintendo sent that out with the original 3DS. So actually, I think they already knew that it was not going to be well received. So they gave you a grip. Is that true? Yeah, I think that's true. Here's the microphone for the GameCube. So you can play Mario Party, what is it, 6 or 7, I think? Maybe it's 5, actually. It might be 5. There you go. And then this is the Wii U gamepad holder. Alright, so there you go. That's a bunch of random shit. I'll reorganize that in a minute after I'm done with the video. I'm sure you don't want to see me do that. Let's check out this this next one right there. Check out this. This one's actually going to be more interesting because I think this is like all my old consoles, or my old Nintendo consoles. You know, like the original DS, I think is in here. I think this is it right here. Look at this. Look at that bit. That's my original DS. Back completely gone. Is there any battery? I'm sure there isn't. I'm sure there isn't. Oh, it's the power's right there. Nope, it's dead. Oh no, there it goes. It's on. Look. Look at the screen. It's all fucked up. Ain't that some shit? Oh god, the screen started to go. My friends used to play this a lot as well. So this was, for the longest time, this was the system that me, my friends, and even my family members would play on. So this was used so much. So even though it's starting to die, you could tell, like even on the top there, you could see a little bit of a pixel, what do you call that? Deterioration, I guess. I mean, yeah, you can still see most of the screen, so it's not too bad. And I'd never sell this. This is my original. I got this, I think, day of the Nintendo DS launch. And I got Super Mario 64 to go with it. Good times. All right, you got this. You know, you got this DX. Yeah, suck it. You know what I mean? Anybody big fan of wrestling? Oh, it actually has my Game Boy Color in it. No game in it, no back. Which, I mean, come on. Everybody, at one point, everybody lost the back of their Game Boy. Either Color, Pocket, regular Game Boy, or the Game Boy Advance. SP couldn't do that, luckily. Unless you unscrewed it, I guess you could. But there you go, Game Boy Color. Pretty nice looking condition, too. I mean, it's a little bit messed up, but this is I think this is one of my originals. I think this is the second Game Boy Color I owned. The first one, I vaguely remember it was the same color. It was the transparent purple. I vaguely remember it getting lost. I also vaguely remember it getting lost after me putting it when I was a kid. I was like maybe 10 or whatever. Me putting it on the top of my neighbor's car, and my neighbor's mom's car, and she drove away without even knowing it was on top of it, and we didn't see it after that. I don't know if that was a thing she like just took it and she kept it and didn't tell me, or she actually drove off with it and it like fell off the car and then maybe someone picked it up. I don't see how that would have stayed on top of the car for too long. That should have fell off immediately. So I think someone either snatched it right when she dropped it. It was like hours later too. Because I was like, wait, where's my Game Boy? And yeah, so, and I vaguely remember, not vaguely actually, I at that point I do remember putting it on top of the neighbor's car. So the neighbor's mom's car. It was my friend. I call him neighbor now because we ain't friends anymore. But next is Game Boy Advance Pink. There you go. Which is not one of my originals. Then you have a Game Boy Pocket, which is just a kind of smaller version of the Game Boy Color. Which, I mean, to be honest, it's really not. It's not that big of a difference. I think this, it wasn't Game Boy Pocket. Obviously Game Boy Pocket came out. No, actually, is it obvious? Let me see. Pretty sure it came out before the Color, but I'm vaguely remembering like this was like a cheaper version. Like if you didn't have too much money but you still wanted to play all these games, then you would get this instead of the Game Boy Color. But I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure this just came out before it. But look at the screen. The screen's actually much bigger. It looks like. Look how small the screen is there, and then look how big it is here. Like the Game Boy Pocket actually had an advantage. And I think the batteries are still in it, so let's turn it on. Look at that. Nintendo, bitch. Yeah. I have Tetris in there. Of course, everybody had Tetris. I played the shit out of Tetris. I'm trying to get it so that you can see the screen. You can kind of see it there. There you go. Works. Sound works. Contrast. Here, I'll put the contrast up so you can see it better. There you go. It's better. Works. Alright. Next is this one, which I think this is my second DS, which is a DS Lite. No, actually, no. This one I got at yard sale. Actually, I just remembered. I got this one at yard sale. Yeah, because this isn't mine. This one. I just got this at yard sale for like 10 bucks or something with the case, and I think it came with some games too. So not too bad. Not a big thing to show off there. I think my original DS Lite is actually near my desk. It's a red one. Oh no, this is it right here. This is it. This is my original DS Lite. There you go. I don't know. What's the one next to my desk? Oh, that's another one I got at yard sale. Okay, so that one's not too big of a deal. This is my original DS Lite. Put that Mario skin on it, which I immediately regretted, but then I didn't want to take it off because it's, you know, it's Mario. And I have this, I think this is actually supposed to be for a PSP. No, it says Nintendo DS, but it's way too big for a DS. Like, look at it. I'll just like jumble around and stuff. Maybe it's meant for more of a like a regular DS. It doesn't say DS Lite, so I'm assuming yes. All right, well that's that. We can put those back. I guess this is becoming more of an in-depth one than I thought it would be. But there you go. Put those away now. I'll put them around here. I'll reorganize them later. Alright, now let's check out the PS1 games. We could look at all this other stuff, but you can see I got a bunch of Game Informer stuff right here. A bunch of miscellaneous shit. Here's some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Here's the Xbox games. But you can watch my Xbox One. I'm sorry. See, I fucked that up. You can watch my Xbox original collection video, which I showed all of my Xbox original, I was about to say one again, original games. There's some new ones, but not too many. Like, I think that Tecmo Classic, can you even see it? It's right there. Whatever. And like, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is new. You probably can't see it because of the glare. But there's not too much new there for me to show that off. Just watch that video if you really want to see them. Alright. Let's do it. Okay, here's my PS1 games. I got a lot of newer PS1 games. Well, not newer, obviously. PS1's donezo. But, I got a lot of newer ones since the last time I showed my PS1 collection. So, trying to situate this better. But, okay. These are kind of my lesser PS1 games. As you can see, there's way more games in the back. But those are actually not games. Most of them aren't, at least. A lot of those are either music or... Actually, no, I think a lot of them are PC games. Actually, so that's not true. Actually, a lot of them are games, but they're not PS1 games. A lot of them are like soundtracks or... Here, let me try and get this out more. Try not to get it out too much where it falls, but I do have my leg on it, so it shouldn't fall. But like here, you got the Prince of Egypt soundtrack, brand new. I got that at Goodwill for like... I think it said $2, but it was half off, so I got it for $1. But man, that music's good. Like, I have a lot of soundtracks for movies. Random ones, too. Like, this is Titanic. Of course, everybody has Titanic. Let me move it closer over here. Got, what is this? Oh, it's Motley Crue. Yeah, Motley Crue live. Got Halo 4's soundtrack. What are these? Hit the Mission Impossible soundtrack. I don't even know why I have that one. Speed Racer, I got that out of a mystery box. Kangaroo Jack, I got that as a gag gift. Thanks. Ace Combat 2, that's a PS1 game. WWF World Federation Music, Volume 2, I think it said. Yeah. And here's World Wrestling Entertainment Presents Anthology. I like me some classic wrestling songs. Here we go, Beatles. That's a collection of a lot of Beatles songs right there. So, you know, a lot of that stuff. PC games, a lot of sim stuff. Nothing too big to show off on PC, really. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to show any stuff in the PC. If you want to look here, I'll move the camera. Here, I'll move the camera. I'll zoom in real quick. Here you go. There you go. You can see some of the PC games there. You can kind of see them. If you can't see them, don't worry about it. It's not. It really isn't that big of a deal. And this is kind of a sloppy thing. I only did this like out of nowhere because I was gonna look through this closet and go like, oh, what did I get? You know, like all the stuff I have. I want to look at it again because I haven't looked in this freaking thing in feels like years, really. Because usually when I open this thing, I shove things in it and that's it. I don't really look in it and look at the stuff I have. But it's just what happens when you have so much shit. You know, my life is just shit, man. I have so much stuff. You know, all you people that don't have anything, you should really just like appreciate it because this is hell. Just kidding. What are these? Are these? Oh, these are PS1 games. There's some DDR, which my boy Sigma is probably really excited because I have a DDR game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, NASCAR 08 for Xbox 360. Here's some PC games. Here, PC. There you go, just a bunch of shit. Yeah, just a bunch of PC shit. PC shit. Pieces of shit. Alright, put this back in there. Trying to get it all back in there so I don't have to deal with that later, because taking this whole drawer out like that is a fucking pain. Alright, so I think I got everything in there. I need to be in there. Everything else, Tomb Raider soundtrack, I got that from the collector's edition for the original. Not the original, but the first of the rebooted series. Alright, so now let's look at the PS1 games. Then we push this back in because we don't need to have that all the way in. Move that up again. Alright, so you got some weird ones. You got Kiss Pinball. I got that for 50 cents at a local, not Goodwill, but I got at a local pawn store. Let's see, you got Tomb Raider 3. That's a classic. I was just talking about Tomb Raider. There you go. It's not too rare of a game. A lot of these are not rare. I got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Rogue Spear. Rainbow Six used to be one of my favorite franchises. Ever since Vegas, though, like, I have not been into it. But Rainbow Six 3 on Xbox Live, I played the shit out of that, especially online. You got the original Driver, which used to be one of the biggest franchises out there, and then 3 fucked it all up. Dude, Driver 2 is one of the highest selling PS1 games of all time. I think it might be the highest selling. I could be wrong. Area 51, was like a top-down. I mean, I'm sorry, not top-down. Like a light gun shooter. I think it was actually an arcade game too. I'm pretty sure I played it. Here's my copy of Driver 2. I actually have another one you'll probably see in a minute. Come on. Here's a bunch of games with no spine. We'll check those out. Might as well, right? Let me move it so it's easier for me. Here's Destruction Derby. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Forbidden Memories. If anybody has played this and knows the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! This game probably frustrated you because it's like one of those games where it's just like, fuck it, the rules are, who cares? You can fuse monsters that don't, like you can fuse them together and make other monsters and stuff, and it's not like a fusion monster. It's like you can fuse like a, I don't know, I don't even know, I can't even think of it, like a Furby, a Karibo and I don't know, a Dark Magician and make a Summon Skull or some shit. Like, it's weird shit. Like, you can just fuse them together, and the rules are weird, but I actually loved this game when I was younger. I was like, this is a different take on Yu-Gi-Oh! That I know of. Here's Crash 2. Of course, I had Crash 1, but I actually sold it. The reason why I did is because they had the Crash trilogy coming out. I sold it for like 30 bucks. Battle Arena Toshiden. Great game. Tekken 2, of course, great game, one of my favorites. There you go. I wish I could zoom this camera out a little bit more. Like, it's as far as it can be zoomed out. Okay, that one looks like it's WWF Attitude, but I'm pretty sure it's not. It's Die Hard Trilogy. There you go. Which I have yet to get the second Die Hard Trilogy, which is weird considering there hasn't even been a second Die Hard Trilogy yet. NHL Power Play 96. Evil Dead Hail to the King. Terrible game. I only have the first disc of it though, so I don't know if it gets better, but it's a horrible game for what I played. So that's a lot of games with no spines, whatever. Fuck it. There you go. You got more stuff here, yada yada. You got Batman and Robin. That was a shit game for a shit movie. Here's Phantom Menace, speaking of a shit game for a shit movie. But actually, I don't remember this game being too bad. I think this game was actually okay. Spec Ops Covert Assault. Now, here's a good one. Namco Museum. Oh, shit. Volume 3. It's actually not that game. It's Fighting Force. I used to have this game, actually, though. The Namco Museum Volume 3. It's actually not that. It's Fighting Force, which is actually a good game, too. But I used to have that game. I used to own it. I think this is actually the original case. You know what? I think that's it. I got Fighting Force as a disc only at a yard sale or something. I think that's exactly what happened. And I had this case for this game even though I didn't have the game anymore, and I just put it in there. I think that's what happened. Cool Borders. Remember that series? I remember that series. I actually used to love these games. I don't think that's what's in here. No, it is. It's Cool Borders too. Not a rare game at all. But I vaguely remember it not being that, but I guess I'm wrong. So wrong. Alright, here you go. Twisted Metal 3, that's where the series started becoming shit, and then it got better with Black, thankfully. Moto Racer, is that even in there? Ooh, well, it's not anymore. Get it? Where the fuck it go? There it is. It's like a kind of obscure little game. I've never heard of it, actually. And to be honest, I forgot I even had it. if someone asked me, do you have Moto Racer for PS1? I'd be like, I don't know, fuck. Hydro Thunder, hell yeah. Of course, classic arcade game. Spec Ops Stealth Patrol. There was a shit ton of Spec Ops games. I probably have like 20 copies of this Spec Ops alone. Power Rangers Time Force. Hell yeah, you know it, baby. And this one says Sims 2 University, but it's not. It's actually Tomb Raider 3 again. But actually, I think if you open it up, because I think it has a second side to it, it's Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. See, I remember that correctly. See? I'm not too useless. Street Skater, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's in there, though. Yeah, Street Skater. It's just some odd ones here. Like, did I open this one already? Yeah, that was Hydro Thunder. What is this? Fade to Black. That's a sequel to Flashback, that one game, like classic, kind of like cult classic game. Okay, got Asteroids here, which is a fun little arcadey remake of an arcade game. Yeah. If you've never heard of Asteroids, I don't know what to tell you. Here's some of my long box games. Oops. What the hell happened there? I guess shit fell out. Yeah, the case is cracked on that one, but that's supposed to be, what is it again? Did the manual fall out? Yeah, I was about to say. The manual was definitely in there. Shockwave Assault. I don't know if it's like a rare game, but I got it for $5 a few years ago. Case is broken, and I do not have any real replacements, so yeah, that one's messed up. It came like that, but this one's actually really clean. This is Ridge Racer. Come on, guy, it's Ridge Racer. Remember that? It even comes with like, look, it even comes with the foam thing to keep the disc in. Look at that. Ain't that cool? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, you got the Descent, which is a, I wouldn't say a classic, but it's a game you'll always see in long box. If you find a long box game in a yard sale or a Goodwill, it most likely will either be this or Wipeout. I have yet to find the Wipeout one, but I found this one. And it's in that kind of like cardboardy, it's not cardboard, but it looks like cardboard kind of, a little bit. Case, it's not cardboard though. I don't think it is, at least. It doesn't feel like it. Maybe it's hard cardboard, you know what I mean? Alright, so there you go. I thought that would be fun to look at that. But this is the row that I'm really proud of. It's going to be a little harder to film, so I want you to go. Yeah, actually, I can make this go up a little bit. There you go. So actually, it wasn't that hard. Okay. Alright, so PS1 games all the way over here, and then towards the left, you can't see. Well, here, I'll just turn it a little bit. Over here, it starts to switch to Dreamcast games. Alright, and you got PSP games too. Let me actually stand up for this one. Alright. Here's some cool games. You got more Twisted Metal. You got Twisted Metal 3. Here. Alright, Twisted Metal 3. Twisted Metal 2, which is a great one. Doesn't have the front though. Twisted Metal 4, which is a horrible one. I don't think I have Twisted Metal 1, which kind of sucks. Total Eclipse, that's actually a 3DO game. Not worth much. That's not a PS1 game. You got, of course, the classic Silent Hill. Oh, God. This game fucking still terrifies me. The beginning of this game is one of the most terrifying things ever. Hey, get together, have a few laughs. It's my Bruce Willis, fuck it. Here's Spyro the Dragon. There you go. No front to it, but I do have the game. And that's the most important part. Dino Crisis, really good game. It wasn't really scary. It was more like a jump scary kind of game. It didn't really have too much of an atmosphere, but it was pretty good. And I like dinosaurs, so, you know. Here's another copy of Driver 2. Let me make sure this actually, it is Driver 2, okay. Rallycross, which I can't remember. Is this the one that's worth something? No, I think it's this one. This is worth something. Peak Performance. I looked up this one on eBay, and people were selling for like 20, 25 bucks. So I might actually get rid of this one because I am not going for a full PS1 collection, and I'm not going for games like this, NASCAR games and shit like that. So I might get rid of that. Here's my second copy of Army Men 3D. That's another game series. Army Men and Spec Ops. Those are the two series that haunted me as a kid because I would always get those games. Don't know why. Maybe they were just really cheap and my mom would buy them, but I would always get them. Here's a full copy of Tekken 2. There you go. Let me make sure it's actually in there. It is. Okay. It is broken though. A lot of these cases are broken. It sucks. Test Drive 5. Test Drive used to be a series of games too. Then they fucked it up. It's like people don't understand how to keep a series fresh. Like there's only a few series I could see or I can call like a still fresh series. Like Forza is still fresh from what I've heard. I don't play those games anymore, but that series isn't even that old. Test Drive has been around since what, 96, and they fucked that up after about 10 years. Like Test Drive Unlimited was okay, then they made the second one which sucked, and that was it. Like it was done. Here's our Army Men game, World War. Here's one of my favorite RPGs ever, Breath of Fire 3. And where's the fourth one? Is this the fourth one? Yeah, Breath of Fire 4. I don't have the spine for that one, but I do have the manual. No back, though. What is this? Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4. Wall of Fire. Never played it. Got it at a yard sale. Pretty cheap one time, though. Alright, let's move this. Got Army Men Trilogy. I mean, I'm sorry, Army Men. Alien Trilogy. Army Men. I got Army Men on the brain. Mega Man X6. I don't think this is a very good X game, but whatever. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Loose disc, but I do have a, pretty sure, let me make sure before I say that. Yeah, I do have a full copy of that with a case and everything. Let's move it more now. Okay, here we go. Now you're all up on me. Like the camera's like right up on my stomach. Like look, you can't see it, but like look how close my hand is. Look at that. Let me outstretch my hand. Yeah, see? Now you can tell how close I am, right? Whatever. Here's another Alien game, Alien Resurrection. Not like you could tell, because someone who sent this to me through Leap Trade had to put that freaking thing there, and I never took it out, so. Oh, yeah, this series needs to come back. Legacy of Kain? Fuck yeah. Medieval? Alright, cool. Medieval's coming back. This needs to come back next. Hell yeah. The last game was Defiance. That came out almost 15 years ago. And I actually love that game too. I know a lot of people didn't care for it, but I loved it. The X-Files. It's like a like a full motion video game. I think they actually got David Duchovny. Yeah, it does. David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, everybody. Let's see. Here's my Resident Evil Director's Cut. It's a green label, sadly, though. Resident Evil 2. I actually have another copy of this somewhere. Actually, you might see it in next Gore's recent pickups. Here's Resident Evil 3. It's actually in, you might not be able to tell, but it's actually in the PC copy case. I actually have the PC version of the game as well somewhere. Resident Evil, Final Fantasy 9. And of course, we skipped 8 like everybody else would, and we go straight to 7. Or it's the other way around. You skip 8 and then go to 9, but whatever. Now, let's do the Dreamcast games, because Dreamcast, I love that console. I never owned one myself when I was a kid, but my friend had one, and we played that system all summer. Every summer, every day I would go over to my friend during the summer and play that. We played Shenmue, we played Crazy Taxi, we played a couple of football games. What else? We played, what was that game called? Oh my god. You play a woman cop and you just beat up, Urban Chaos I think it was called. We played that a lot. We played a bunch of shit on Dreamcast. Oh god. Sonic Adventure is one of them. But I never owned one myself, but it's still, I hold memories of that. Really, really fond memories. So that's why I collect for the Dreamcast, even though I do have one now, but I can't hook it up because I don't have a TV that works with it. I know I can get like a converter or whatever, but I never did. But anyway, got a web browser, of course. Here it is. You got Resident Evil Code Veronica. That's the original, not the X one. Got Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 6 is coming soon, baby. That was another game we played, actually. Space Channel 5, hell yeah. With, what's her name? Ooh La La, that's her name, right? Let me see. Yeah, meet Ooh La La. Yeah. This is NHL 2K. You got South Park Chef's Love Shack right there. Wait, come on. Get in there, bitch. You got Crazy Taxi. I'm gonna take you for a ride. That's not the... Is that the song? No, that's not the song. That's from Marvel vs. Capcom. What's the song in this? Is it Game Over? Yeah. Is that from Crazy Taxi? Let me know. What's the one thing from Crazy Taxi? I'm like the sound bite that everybody loves. I think it's Game. Is it Game Over? Yeah. I think it is. I know I'm going to take you for a ride is the song from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I think though, right? Or 1, either one. Next is Sonic Adventure without the cover. There you go. Crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. Sega Rally Championship. I shot my load too quick. What is this? Rippin' Riders Snowboarding. I'm just showing you my entire Dreamcast collection. And a NFL 2K1. Let's see. World Series Baseball 2K1. Let's see. What is this? NBA 2K1. A lot of sports games. Got them really cheap. NBA 2K1, I had to get them when they were that cheap. Now here we go. Crazy Taxi 2. Now the thing is that this game is not actually in here. What's in there is Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. I got this at a thrift store. It says $2. I actually got it for free, I think, because the game wasn't in there and they just let me have the case. So I have the case for Crazy Taxi 2 and I have the disc for Last Revelation, but I do not have the case or the disc for... You fill in the blank, you know what I mean. Alright, and the last one, I think this last... No, there's actually more. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. Rest in peace, Matt Hoffman. The Ring Terror's Realm. I never played this game, but I watched gameplay, and it seems like a really terrifying game. I'm sure it can be no worse than that Rings movie that came out earlier this year, so... That fucking thing was horrible. Shenmue, of course. I got my copy of Shenmue. I also have Shenmue 2 on Xbox. Let me see if I can pinpoint it out in my collection. I don't see it, so yeah, just believe me, I have it. But anyway, yeah, Shenmue, the original. It's all complete. It's all nice. Get back up there. And NFL 2K2, and what's this one? This is Ring, right? Yeah. Oh wait, here's another NFL game. I think that's a second copy. I think. Yeah, it is. Well, actually. Technically, this is like a greatest hits version, and this is a regular. I'm sorry, wrong one. This is a regular version, so you know, kind of different if you're a collector. I got a bunch of PSP games in the background there. I don't know if you can see. I'm not gonna pull them out, but here I'll try to move Untold Legends. Here's the original Untold Legends. You can see a bunch of UMD movies. Got Behind Enemy Lines. There's Something About Mary. You got Bad Boys. A bunch of other stuff there. I might do a PSP collection in the future. I don't know, like just as a wrap up, because I don't think I ever did a PSP collection. and I don't think I'll ever collect for PSP again, so it'll be like a, this is my PSP collection, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. God of War Chains of Olympus. There you go. You can't, if you can see it, there you go. There's Daxter, the case for Daxter. Logan Shadow Siphon Filter. That's actually the last Siphon Filter game, and that's upsetting. Even though it was a good one, still upsetting because Siphon Filter used to be one of my favorite franchises out there. For the PSP age. Ratchet & Clank Resistance, Tony Hawk's Underground Remix, NBA Showdown, which was a really fun game. That was an NBA Street Showdown. Final Fantasy Tactics, which is a port of the original Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm pretty sure. I never actually played it on PSP, but I played it on Game Boy Advance and PS1. Monster Hunter Freedom 2, that was the last Monster Hunter game I actually got into, and a bunch of other stuff. So, I think that's about it. You got a bunch of Game Informer magazines there, which I'm not going to go through again. If I do a room tour, maybe I'll go through the stuff I didn't really focus on. But if you could see my original copy, the first ever Game Informer I got, actually I'll show that because I think that's interesting. I think the first ever Game Informer I got, I don't know if it's there anymore. I think it got destroyed before I moved, because I moved a few years ago. And I think it got like completely destroyed. But I think the first ever Game Informer I had was for a game called Fear and Respect, which was a Snoop Dogg game. Does anybody remember that? Because I had that. That was the first issue I had. But the first issue I have now, the first issue I have is, let me try to get to it, is Metal Gear Solid 4, which is that's a good one to start. Here, let me show it better. God, it's like zoomed in. Fuck, man, I'm stupid. Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriot. That's like my first issue now. Even though I did have Fear and Respect, but I think the cover got destroyed, and then after that, it just like pages start spilling out of it. So I think I threw it away. But that's not a bad one to have. I think this was a 2006 issue, 2005 issue. Look at this. Hold on, make sure. I think I showed an old address we were at, but whatever, that's fine. Right there, 2005. Look at that. Whew. Damn. God, these were thick too. Look at this. That's a thick bitch. Now, like, they're small. Like, look at a new Game Informer. I don't even get it in the mail anymore, which pisses me off. This is the last one I got, which is bullshit, because this is for the Lost Legacy. Look how small they are. Look. Okay, let me see if I can compare it. Wait, am I zoomed in again? No, I'm not. What the fuck? Because I just move it away. Look at this. Compare it to this. Look at this. Look how much bigger that one is compared to it. And look how much thicker it is. Game Informer used to be one of my favorite magazines, so that's why I keep these. But anyway, there you go. That's all I wanted to do, really. I just wanted to do a little fun video where I show you all my shit, really, in this closet. There is a bunch of CD holders right there. Don't worry, that's a bunch of shit. It's like a bunch of like burned movies and stuff. Nothing really interesting. Yeah, so there you go. I know this is a long video, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. So there you go. That is my closet. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Goodbye.